Okay, so all what we mentioned before, these are rules, okay, concerning type 1, type 2, and type 3. As we said, to change a statement into a conditional sentence, we deal with type 2 and type 3. Don't ask why, because directly while changing a statement, you can't go back to type 1, and you will see that. So, to change a statement into a conditional sentence, follow these steps or the following steps. Let's really, before we mention these steps, okay? Let's really, from the example, come up with these steps. Follow me, please, okay? An example, first, here. John, for example, yes, didn't behave tolerantly, yes, so he didn't show any respect. That's it. First, let's see that. This is a statement. Don't go directly to the conditional sentence. It's a statement. So here, first of all, the first step, let's see that if you still remember concerning the mixed type, we identify the time and the tense and etc. Let's see here if we have mixed time, mixed tense, or the same tenses, or the same time, or etc. First of all, to change it into condition, this is what? This is a real action. Real what? Action. That's a true action. Yes or not? True action. True action, yes, I'm telling you, John didn't behave tolerantly, so he didn't show any respect. Okay? That's right. To change it into conditional sentence, yes? Conditional sentence with what? As we said, with if. Let's go for that. First of all, before you begin your own conditional sentence, try to determine the tense, the time, if we have time, if we have tense, or etc. John didn't behave. Okay, that's it. So there is something related to so here. Let's see it. He didn't show any. Yes? Look at this, please. These are the steps. I want to mention the steps while changing it, then I write the steps. John didn't. That's what? Past. Past action. You want to say simple past or whatever, it's past action. Okay? Positive or negative? Didn't. So it's negative. Clear? So you have, while watching the video, you have to write with me, please, on your calendar. But of course, try to take time to understand, then you write. We don't write anything before we understand it well. So he didn't. Past. Also, if you want to say that simple past as negative. Past action. Yes? Past action where? That's it. In the past. In the past. That's true action. Okay? With if, it should become, look at this. I like to do this step just to let you understand how, why if you're talking about something totally different or opposite to what you are talking about. That's it. Here, I'm talking with if, it will be un. Yes or not. Let's say that. Not true. Okay? Not true. That's it. If it happened in a different way. John didn't behave tolerantly. Yes? Let's say the opposite. Behaving tolerantly. He didn't show any respect. Let's say that he showed respect. Okay? So imagine, so here, he didn't behave tolerantly, so he didn't show any respect. That's it. With if clause, it's become untrue. Untrue action. Untrue action. Let's see that. That's really true. Okay? If John didn't hear in the past, she said that true action past. With if untrue, with if, it should become untrue, opposite to its real action. Untrue past action. Yes? Untrue past action directly. Because of that, I said you have to study the table or the types carefully. What do we use in the conditional part and in the what result part? Untrue past action. Okay. Untrue past action. Directly, I know it's type 3. Yes? Type 3. What do you use in type 3? Past perfect. So remember, that's type 3. Okay? If John, here positive to change, these are from the steps. Okay? So, with if clause, it's become untrue. Untrue, so simple past becomes past perfect. Okay? That's untrue past. Didn't I say that? Simple past, untrue past action. No, it's not the way. You are talking about something related to if clause. If totally different, opposite to it. That's opposite to it. Opposite to this action. So that true past action. Yes? If you want to name it as, yes. True past action. That it has become totally different with if untrue past action. So it's type 3. So past perfect. And from the steps, say that the negative one, yes, because we don't have to change the meaning, okay? We have to change the form of it related to something different. So look please, untrue past action. Another step is that negative becomes what? Positive. Look at the meaning with if. We'll see it. John, if John had past perfect, had past participle, of course I know that in the past perfect, we use what? Had plus past participle of the main verb. If John had behaved tolerantly, yes, no need for this action. Yes, look, if John had behaved tolerantly, so he didn't. No need. No need, because it doesn't have a meaning, okay? He, that's it also. Past action. Forget about this. We did it. We say that past action becomes untrue past. Untrue past, directly type 3. Type 3, I mean past perfect. Positive, negative, okay, negative past. That's these. I'm talking about the steps, okay? While moving on, okay? By having such an example. So, he didn't show any respect. True past action, okay? With if clause, it should also be what? Untrue. Okay, with if I mean. Untrue past action, that's it. Untrue what? Sorry? Past action or untrue past, that's it. Untrue past directly, also what? I'm talking about type 3. Okay, that's it. Untrue past action, I want the result of what? The result, the main clause of what? The form of the main clause, of the result clause of type 3. Type 3, you said, mister, you told us that what? And here in the if clause, we use past perfect, and also you told us that in the main clause or result clause, we use what? Would, if you still remember, go back to the video. Plus, have, plus past participle of the main verb. That's type 3. What is the result? That's it. Here we used it in untrue past action, past perfect. Negative, positive, positive, negative, etc. The result, what's the result? That's it. Would plus have. Untrue past, the result of type 3, it's what? Would plus have plus the. And negative should be also positive. Okay? So, he would have shown, okay, any respect or a respect or whatever. He would have shown a respect. And here you start to play on the meaning, okay, of this sentence. Look please, now go back to its meaning. Look, if John had, look please, John didn't behave tolerantly, so he didn't show any respect, okay? With if, untrue to this situation. This situation is in the past. Untrue with it, to change it to if clause, it will become, or it becomes untrue. Untrue past situation. Untrue past situation, I said what? That's it. What is it? I told you that it's the untrue past action. Untrue past action. With if clause we use past perfect. If John had behaved tolerantly, you are talking about something totally different to what happened in the past. So, John didn't behave tolerantly. If John had behaved tolerantly, he would have shown respect. He didn't show any respect. If he had behaved tolerantly, he would have shown a respect. That's type 3. Okay. Directly, while moving with the steps, I see myself that where I am in type 3. Without thinking about something else related to the meaning. Follow the steps, you will see that directly you are dealing with what? With untrue past action, which is what? Type 3. That's it. With past perfect and would plus have plus past participle of the main verb. So these are the steps. First, let's see that. Step 1. Okay? Step 1. What did we do? Look please. We've done something. First of all, we determine, okay? Determine or identify, wherever you want. Determine the tense, okay? Determine the tense of this statement. First of all, we determine the tense, okay? The time in the past. Determine the time of this statement. That's it. We did that. Yes. Determine if it is positive or negative. Because these are the steps to be done. These are. By following these, we will see that here we are talking about what? We're talking about a statement. A statement. Okay? We have to move to the conditional sentence. Moving to the conditional sentence to be done in this way. Okay, first of all, okay, that's it. Look. Determining the time, okay, it has become directly with okay, or different to the statement, opposite to the statement, opposite to the action, or let's say that different to what mentioned before, okay, in the, or opposite, let's say opposite to what mentioned in, okay, opposite in tense, opposite in time, opposite in negative and positive statement, that's it, to what mentioned in the statement. Then we, of course, here it is, then we change, okay, change, okay, this statement, yes, into a conditional, yes, form following the types, okay, discussed before or above. Okay? So here, first of all, when we determine the action, okay, determine the tense, okay, that's it, the if clause and etc. Here, just one thing I want to add it, because you may see the sentence in a different way. Okay, John didn't show any respect, okay, so he didn't, or because he didn't behave tolerantly. So by having these, of course, to be written, but just to focus on this, determine the action, the tense, determine the time, and also determine if it is positive or negative. Then you follow, yes, by changing it into if, of course, totally opposite to what's mentioned here. Okay, the tense, it should be taken or should take us into a type. Opposite to what? To the time, of course. Here, definitely the time, somehow it will keep it as it is. But determine if it is positive or negative, as we said it here, negative to positive. totally different. Okay? Let's really go back to this example, definitely, here, by changing it using because. Look, that's it. John didn't show any respect because he didn't behave tolerantly. Have you seen? Look at this. I said because. I would like just to write something. Look at this, please. Here, determine the tense. The tense I mean here, of course, determine the action. Which action happened first, okay? Here we can say that also. Look, please. Determine, we can add this. Determine which action happened first. You can say that from the beginning, no problem, just to have it and this one before this or etc. We can start determine which action happened first, determine the time, determine the tense, or whatever, okay? So, here, as we say, look at this note, please, here. I would like just to write it. Here, when we use so and because in the sentence, okay? Which action happened first? Which action happened first here? John didn't show any respect because he didn't behave tolerantly. He didn't behave tolerantly because he didn't show any respect, or the verse. No, he didn't show any respect because he behaved. First of all, he, yes, didn't behave tolerantly. So look please here, then he didn't, so means as a result for this, he didn't show any respect. So we use one, the first example is that John didn't behave tolerantly, didn't behave first of all, so he what? Didn't show any respect. Here, John didn't show any respect, so because he didn't behave tolerantly, the first section. I used it first one, so two because one. Look, two because one, the first action. Yes, the second action, the first action. Yes, the first, so we have the second. As it's a relation of cause effect, the conditional, all in all. Okay, so that's it. Let's go to the steps that we talked about. Look, here in this one, let's go for this. Determine the action first. If you don't want to determine the action, that's it. First, here we have what? We have one. Yes, and this is two. We agreed on that. The action is in the past. Yes, simple past. And here also we have it as what? As past. Directly, if you go to this sentence, you see that past action, that's real. With if clause, unreal past action. Unreal past action, it's done. Past perfect. Yes, and with plus a plus e. So type 3. Okay? So, we can't use here if you want, okay? We said that the subordinate conjunction should be cancelled here, okay? No need to use it with the presence of if. Here, for example, look please. John didn't. We said second action. I'm talking about the result, okay? John, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to think about this idea. I want to move to this, okay? He means John, yes? That's really the first action, as we said. Past, he had what? Behaved, as we said, type 3. Past with if clause, yes? Untrue. Untrue what? What is the tense? Past. So untrue past. That's it. I need the first action in the conditional one. Later on, of course, you'll see that directly you begin your own sentence from the result to if clause. But here just concerning the steps. If he had behaved well or tolerantly, yes, that's it. John wouldn't, also past, with if clause, also untrue past. I want the result of untrue past action, which is what? Would plus John would, that's it, negative, positive, negative, positive. Would have shown, okay, a respect. Look at this sentence right now. Look. John would have shown a respect. Be careful, look over here. John would have shown a respect. So, no need for so. Because, no need for because. He had behaved tolerantly. If you still remember, we mentioned at the beginning, when we begin our sentence with the result clause, yes, no need for this. Okay? So no need for it. John would have shown a respect if. That's it. I want to change this sentence into conditional one. Have you seen it? That's it. Look at the sentence right now. John would have shown a respect if he had behaved tolerantly. Okay. If he had behaved tolerantly. If John had behaved tolerantly, he would have shown a respect. John would have, because concerning the action, that's what I meant, determine the action, determine the tense, determine the time, determine if it is positive or negative. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. So, all in all, it has become as type 3 conditional sentence. A statement, yes, true past statement with if clause, untrue past statement, so type 3. So, past perfect with the first conditional type, the third conditional type, of course, the first action I mean, and then the last action as we have it also would plus have plus ed. Let's go for more. So here we used, here, look please. We worked on type what? Remember that, keep the steps in your mind, okay? That's it. Let's move from this example. Okay. Let's go for something else. So look, here we use type 3. I want to go back to something else and directly you will see that I am in the other type. Look, here, let's say, for example, he behaves, okay, tolerantly, okay, so I can reward him, okay, that's as an example. Let's really, there we used behaved, didn't behave, and here determine the action. Okay? I can reward him. Or I reward him, etc. So, that's really a true statement. Yes or not? True what? True or real present action. Am I right? Real present action. Yes? He behaves tolerantly, so I can reward him. Okay? So, determine the action, that's it. Change it into if clause, it will become unreal. What? Here, unreal. Unreal what? Unreal present with if clause. Unreal present with if clause, that's it. So here, that's present. Here we have it as so. One, if you still remember, one, so, two. Okay? So the first action, it's what? Present. This one also in the present or future or whatever you want to say it, because here we are dealing with the second type, the other part. So unreal present, I know that unreal present, it's what? It's type 2. You told us that unreal present, it's what? In the if clause, we use what? Simple past. In the result clause, we use what? As you still remember, would or could or any model plus base form or main verb. These are. So let's say He behaves tolerantly. With unreal, of course, present, that's really also positive. Follow the steps, okay? Present. So here, if, this is the sentence. If he, with the present, unreal present, so, Mister, you told us that it's what? It's type 2. Type 2 where we use what? In the if clause, simple, past. If he, positive, negative. Can we say if he not behaved? Of course not. If he, of course, in the negative. If he didn't behave tolerantly, yes, come. That's really the first part. Okay? If he didn't behave, present, unreal present, with if clause, real present with if clause, unreal, the situation will be, it becomes, what? Totally opposite. Opposite to what? To its meaning. If he, that's unreal present. Present, unreal present. Unreal present type 2. We use in type 2 what? Simple past. Positive, negative. Again, so I can reword him. I can reword him as real present situation. With if clause also, it should become as what? As unreal. Unreal present. Unreal present. So I need the result of unreal present. Result clause. Where is the result clause? That's it. Would plus main verb. So I would, could, might, etc. So I could reword him. Look, here's something, just keep it in mind that we didn't do this positive and negative. Where is the negative? That's it. So here, if he didn't behave tolerantly, I couldn't reword him. Yes? So it has become as what? With unreal present. So would plus main verb. Positive, it should become what? Negative. So it's what? It's type 2. Simple past and would plus main verb. That's type 2. This statement changed to be as what? As type 2. Clear? So that's really, we did it with past perfect and also with simple present, with the unreal present, the type 2. So, the time please. So here, what about, look please, just a sentence to do it for the mixed type. Here, an example, the last example. In the other sessions, we'll explain more how do we change it into mixed type, okay? So let's really talk about something related to this. In other sessions, I will go back to mixed type as examples, okay? How do we change, though we did it, but how we change it or we play it in the time inside the sentence. But keep in mind that the steps of changing, yes? The steps of changing from real action, yes, real action, into unreal or untrue action. Untrue what? Action. So, by determining the action, if it is present or past, present takes you to type 2. Past takes you to type 3. Directly, keep it in mind. No need to have it because as we understand it, directly we go to the type. Unreal or untrue, yes? Present action, unreal present, unreal present to type 2. And also as we have it here to type 3. Concerning the action, while you're determining the action, if it is present, takes you to type 2, okay, with conditional. If it is past, takes you to type 3. In case we have different times here, of course I have simple past here, we have simple present here. Simple past takes me to the, or moves us to the. Past perfect means type 3, and simple present here, if it is in a statement or a situation, it also takes us or moves us towards the what? Type 2, present, unreal present. The result of unreal present, which is type 2, would plus main verb. Later on, of course, in the other sessions, okay, we'll talk about all these in details concerning everything. Definitely the mixed type and replacing or a sentence without if, and conditional sentence without if, conditional sentence without if, and a conditional sentence with wish. Later on in other sessions will be discussed Yes, in detail. Copy these please on your copybooks. Yes, in detail. Not word by word, okay? Letter by letter. Okay? Thanks. See you next session.